Hello everybody and welcome to Elite Dangerous. Elite is a game that I started playing when I was about 8 years old on a BBC Micro, which, believe it or not, had an analog joystick. It was the first ever, to my knowledge, true universe exploring, spaceship fighting, trading, exploration game. And now we've got a new version of it, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So let's see what we can do here. Can I just look around my cockpit? Yes, I can. So here you can see the UI. I'm currently docked at Ayaron orbital, and obviously I can get to the starport services and I can launch. That control there, that's my shields at the top of the blue lines, and underneath that's my hull strength. Now there, I don't know if you can see, I can't really change it right now, but where it says Sys Engine Wep, that I can divert energy to the various systems on my ship. So Sys is all the ship systems, including shields, engines, and weapons, self-explanatory. It says there that I'm mass locked. That means I can't go into hyperspace or supercruise, and I'm landed, so my landing gear's down. If I look over to the side, then I get this control here, which has got various status modules, fire groups, etc, etc. I'm just sort of giving you a quick sort of overview of the cockpit so you can start to get an idea of what's going on. And I love the fact that it is actually... Oh, I can actually see the side of my own helmet there, is that? I love the fact that it's actually you're in the cockpit. It's not just a UI burned on the screen. So you can see your own legs. When I'm flying, you'll see that this guy will actually manipulate the controls and stuff like that. Nothing's going to happen right now because I'm docked. On this side, that's the target scanner, so what I'm currently locked onto. Because I'm docked, it's simply the nearby planet system. See, I'm on Ayaron orbital, and an independent system in the air. It's an independent, that's the government type. In the Ayaron system, the government type is communism, and its main commerce is agriculture. And over here we have our navigation, missions, and contacts and stuff like that. Now I'm currently just using a joystick to look around. So that's what I'm doing here. Okay. So what can we do? Well, the idea is you simply build up money and you try and buy a better ship and so on. If your ship gets blown up, you can get a new one for 10% of the purchase price of your old ship. Basically, it's paying an insurance premium on stuff. So you always want to make sure you leave a little bit of money behind. So if I go here, look at status, you can see that my Commander Ayaron has a balance of 1,000 credits. My ranking is harmless, 0 kills, and I have no bounty on my head, because you can do crimes if you really, really want to. Here are the modules of the ship systems. You can turn them all on and off, which is good, because this game has a stealth mechanic. If you want to go stealthy, you can reduce the amount of heat your ship puts out, and that makes you difficult to target. I currently have 2 pulse lasers, the most basic type of weapon, and a basic discovery scanner. I should put that onto fire group 2. Well, actually that's the secondary fire. Secondary fire in fire group 2, yeah. I can hold 4 tons of cargo. I start off in a very small ship. It's called a Sidewinder. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Functions. Factions, that's for if you go into a war zone. And basically I can do stuff with the ship. Turn the ship's lights on and off. See that? Over there on the left of the screen. Etc, etc. And I've got pre-flight checks off because I have been practicing a bit. I've gone through the tutorial games, but I've never actually played the game itself yet. So let's go to the galaxy map. Now this game, it's still in development. This is Beta 3. No, Beta 2? Beta 3? It's a level of beta, which means there might be resets, so don't get too attached to any of the stuff I'm doing. It's going to launch later on this year. Now currently it's got 500 stars you can explore. Oops. So basically in that pill-shaped lozenge. But their plan is that when it launches, it will have all 400 billion stars in the Milky Way will be visitable and explorable. Now, only about 0.5% of those have actually been settled by human beings. Basically, the human empire spreads to 0.5% of the galaxy at this time. It's the year 3300 AD. What time is that? Okay, so they're basing the current time on GMT, but quite a number of years in the future. So, where are we? Oh, I've moved this, haven't I? I've no idea how to get this back to where I was. Navigation, enter system name. Ranin, I believe. Yep, that's where I am currently. So if I mouse over this, do I get system information, info? Star type, basically, and it's all going to be based on the actual galaxy. Basically, if we know about the stars and we know about planets on them, it's in the game. Everything else will be procedurally generated. But it means that it's not in there yet, but one of the first things I'm going to do once the game is fully released, or once it's added to the game, is I'm going to go to Sol. I'm going to go to our solar system so we can actually buzz around Saturn and Jupiter. You know, find Pluto and laugh at it for no longer being a planet. So I'm just trying to work out how I can get up the actual system view. I thought I did that by... there we go. So you click system view, and that's where you can get like a close-up of what's in. So this is what's in the current system. We have Azaban City, Ayaron Survey, and Azaban Orbital. Now that's where I am at the moment. So where I am, summary. Azaban Orbital. We've got some information. Because everything orbits and so on, you know, it's all based on actual physics, although they've simplified the flight model so it's still playable. It's not like you're playing Kerbal Space Program and can't get anywhere. So this orbital is an agricultural economy. Now, it prohibits narcotics, slaves and toxic waste. That's important. You don't want to bring anything somewhere that's illegal. Not unless you want to smuggle it in or get shot by the police. The system includes the outdoor world. Oh, okay. So this is this information on the entire system or just Azaban Orbital? The text is on the entire system. Includes the outdoor world of Azaban with an extensive agricultural economy specialising mainly in grain and livestock. Okay. So Azaban City, you can see it's got imports and exports listed. And the same stuff. Where I am at the moment doesn't really have any imports or exports, so Azaban Orbital is obviously just a minor outpost, doesn't really have much of an economy. Here we have Ayaron Survey. Not sure what that's about, but you can actually click on the individual planets. Now currently you cannot land on the planets, but I think they're planning on adding that, maybe not when the game releases, but as an expansion pack soon after. They want seamless landing on the planets. They also want seamless getting out of your spaceship, walking around, and possibly even having first-person shooter gun battles. The guy who has made this game is the guy who made the original Elite, David Braben, and he has this wonderful dream for this game where you can be like hiding amongst other people's cargo and then hijacking their ship halfway through the flight in space and so on. And it sounds great fun. It is a multiplayer game. You can play single player, and you can switch between multiplayer and single player as you go. Now, this first episode is going to be a lot of just me introducing you to the game, because I want you to sort of understand what this is and why I'm excited about it. So, but the first thing though is we've just discovered that where we are at the moment doesn't really have much of an economy. So I'm kind of tempted to just go to Azaban City. Now, I think by doing that I will have locked onto Azaban City automatically, but I could be wrong. Navigation, current destination. That doesn't do anything. Jump data, yeah, so these lines are the distances I can jump currently, either with maximum cargo or with less cargo, because the more you weigh down your ship, the less far you can jump. I can currently hyperspace jump 7.56 light years. We can look at trade routes. How do we do that? Oop, okay, there we go. So the trade routes are sort of giving you an idea as to what direction goods are flowing. So we can see that these green goods, which is foods, are flowing out of Ayaron, which makes sense because it's an agricultural place. So I think apparently a good thing to do is to buy fish and then go to Ibutis, I'm told. Now there isn't a direct jump to Ibutis. It seems to be a bit too far away. No, it shouldn't be. 5.4 light years away. Now is that because I'm showing trade routes? I'm not getting any jump. Oh, there we go. There's weird. It's not necessarily showing me the jump data anymore. Oh well, let's get out there into the big black, and we'll head for was it Azaban City? Azaban City, yes. Okay. So, I mean, we can have a quick look at the starport services here. Oh, I'm still getting used to the controls. So, welcome to Azaban Orbital. We can refuel, repair, reload, etc. Station services. Okay, so this already is the station services screen. We've got news, Ayaron commodity market update, down trending watts. Down. Now, what does down trending mean? Does that mean that they're getting cheaper? I think it does. So buying fish, probably still a good idea. The Ayaron traffic report. Here we can see how many ships have passed through here in the last 24 hours. Now, I think this includes both NPC ships and ships being flown by humans. Commodity market updates, same sort of thing. Galnet news, new technology powers exploration. The Pilots Federation has made the Stellar Cartographics Discovery module a standard component in all Sidewinder layouts. Sidewinder is the ship I've got. You can see it there in the centre of the screen. The Discovery module is activated via a fire group and works at both standard and supercruise speeds. Once charged, it emits radiation bursts and analyzes reflections and reactions to build an overview of local unknown bodies. So basically I can scan stuff and then sell the information back to the system if no one else has scanned it yet. There's a civil war going on. I'm not going to get involved with that. I mean, you know, it's an internal matter. You know, Prime Directive and all that. Galnet launches in all major starports. Yes, so the Galactic Network news is available to all pilots when docked. And there's the history of the Ayaron conflict. Now in its fifth day. That's been going on a bit longer than 5 days. I suppose that's when this was written in the 30th, September 30th. Okay, so what else have we got? We can buy munitions, do repairs. Now on the bulletin board you can get missions. So obviously this mission pays close to 20,000 credits, but it involves hunting someone down and killing them. Itchy trigger finger, missiles to spare, turn those munitions into money right now. Our clientele has given us exclusive rights to a micro massacre of civilian ships. So basically someone, for some reason, is going to pay 20 grand for blowing up civilian ships. No. Hunters wanted. Okay. Target type, the Sirocco. We want you to put a stop to the unwanted activities of the criminal Sirocco permanently. Okay, that could be difficult to find him. How to make money and save people. Oh, what's this? Okay, they want... Terrible news, Commander. The crops from the agri-worlds near LP 98132 were all hit with a bad batch of Nutri boosters. The citizens... even had to begin emergency rationing as a result. If this problem continues, tens of thousands are going to be at risk of serious illness or worse. Fortunately, you and I can do something about this. Get this shipment of coffee over to Freeport right away. Okay, so there's an hour and 51 minutes to get some coffee to Freeport, and it pays 10 grand. I'm not going to take any missions quite yet. These sort of opportunities are coming up. The mission system is all in beta test mode, so I think they're paying out higher than they might do in the normal game, because they want people to be able to build up the creds, buy the more expensive ships and stuff, because, you know, it's testing the system. Help free the minds of people in invisible trades. So, what is this one? Agents of Allen Enterprise have recently been enjoying some significant measure of success in educating the local citizens about the manipulative lies told to the people by the Federation and their corporate masters. See your way to making delivery for us, we'll be happy to pay you 3,000 credits. No hold space required. Interesting. Okay, so that's the bulletin board. Contacts, we can go to the Pilots Federation, which is where we can pay off any Pilot Federation bounties that have ended up on ahead. The local security office is where we can pay off local bounties and fines, and also if we've collected any local bounty hunter vouchers. Combat bond contact, yep, and the black market. If we had illegal stuff to sell, not everywhere has a black market. And I believe when the full game comes out, it's not going to be as easy to sell stolen goods. You're going to have to sort of prove yourself to the pirate factions first. And we can take a quick look at outfitting. So this is where we can swap out equipment. We have 2 small hard points. We have some utility mounts. We have the bulkheads. That's what my ship looks like. It's quite a nice design. I like the design of the ships in this. They actually look like ships that have been designed to take a beating in space and combat and stuff. You can upgrade your power plant, thrusters, frameshift drive, that's what you use for hyperspace and stuff like that. So basically you can upgrade all sorts of stuff, but it all costs far too much more money than I've got right now. And Universal Cartographics is where you can buy and sell system information. Some of it cheap, some of it expensive. But enough of this. We'll just return to the surface. I love the sound design in this game. Everything just sounds really good. So here we are. Let me turn on head look. Oops. And you can see that this station has just got us docked here on the surface. So let's lock on to where we wanted to go, which was Azaban City. It's 0.12 light seconds away. So lock destination. I'm still trying to learn the controls, so you'll have to forgive me. Right, let's launch. I thought I turned the pre-flight check off. Okay. Let's just get through this nice and quickly. It's useful for first-time pilots. Make sure you know where everything is. Thrust up, down, throttle up, throttle down. Landing gear test is just G, I believe. I don't have that on a joystick control. Target ahead, primary fire, and the UI focus.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Let's just thrust straight up. And reverse. And you can take a look at where I was just docked. The reverse speed on this ship's not very good. I could up the power to my engines. There we go. Maximizing engines and shields just for the moment. Now you can see there the radar system. Now, if you've ever wondered why most radar systems in space trading combat games aren't that effective, they'll sort of show you the stuff that's in front or behind, but they don't really give you an idea as to where stuff is actually in the 3D of space. That's because Elite, the first ever game, got it perfect. You can see that as I maneuver around, these stalks just sort of grow and shrink on the radar screen. It means that you can glance at it and just know where everything is in 3 dimensions to your ship. Of course, you can change the range like that. I tend to keep it relatively close. Now, we're obviously on the night side of the planet right now. Never noticed that noise while thrusting up and down before. Usually the engine's running a bit more. It's obviously some form of reaction control or thrusters on the ship. Okay, so I am locked onto Azaban Orbital. So, looking there, just to the left of the radar, you can see that sort of circle with a crosshair in the center of it. That's my navigation beacon. Basically, that will point me towards whatever I'm locked onto. Unfortunately, what I'm locked onto is on the other side of this planet. So, I'm going to have to enter what's known as frame shift drive. Now, frame shift and hyperspace, they use the same drive system, I think. Frame shift basically lets you accelerate to multiples of light speed within a star system, and it's how the game lets you do stuff. So obviously I can't thrust through the center of the planet, so I'm just going to go up here. Let's actually roll over so we can see the planet, because then we can look up. So landing gear is still down. Let's get that away. That speeds us up. We are no longer mass locked, so
drive charging.
I can charge our frame shift drive.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Okay, now our speed is on the right hand side of the central radar. Hang on, we're just... Still got head look turned on. There we go. So you can see we are accelerating. Now those lines, those are the mass lock lines. If I stay outside of those, then I won't crash into the planet. So you can see the orbital is still on the far side of the planet there. Isn't that planet gorgeous? That is just amazing. I'm still trying to get used to juggling, having head look on and then controlling my ship. Basically it's a toggle key I've got set up. So we're just working our way around the planet. We are currently going 95 kilometers per second, which is not that fast for a frame shift. Usually when you're in frame shift, you can go a lot quicker. Basically we're going a little bit slower here because we're trying to get around the planet. So it's 11 light seconds away, and at this speed will take 5 minutes 40 seconds to get there. But we're going to move our way around, so now we can actually head straight towards it. We're at 100 kilometers per second. There you go, just using the navigation thing. One last look at the planet. See, there's Ayaron 6. It's another planet that's 5,000 light seconds away, and that's Azaban itself, which is only 6.7 million kilometers away. Okay, so we're zooming towards this now, and as we leave that planet behind us, we'll start to speed up. Or at least that's the theory. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. There we go. We've left the mass of that planet behind us now, and you can see our speed is shooting up. So we're approaching 200 kilometers per second. Of course, 300 kilometers per second is light speed, so I think we'll see a bit of a shift in the scale. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I'm going to have to start actually decelerating, because I want to keep... You can see there on the left-hand side where it says Azaban City. There's a speed thing there. I want to keep that in the blue. Oh, I'm still on headlook. I need to be able to steer. Because if I keep that in the blue, then I'll get what's known as a safe exit from Super Cruise mode. Hang on, am I locked onto the... Yeah, okay, I was looking at the wrong thing. Come on, 5, 4, 3. Getting ready to... Safe disengage ready. So this should drop us out within 5 or 10 kilometers of our target. There we go. Woof. Hello, Azaban City. So, that's the docking port there, which we're looking at. So I'm just going to aim sort of a little bit above it. And then I'm going to activate... Turning flight assist off. Now this means I can point the ship in any direction I want. Whoa, that's squirrely. In any direction I want, and I'll just keep going in the direction I was pointing before I started that. This is not easy to fly. It's got no deadening whatsoever. I've dropped my throttle to 0, but as you see, we're still going to keep going in this direction until I turn flight assist back on. Can I stop that? I just want that docking port to sort of look straight on. There we go. And that should bring my ship to a dead halt. Okay. So now I need to request docking permission from Azaban City. So contacts, Azaban City, request docking.
Request granted.
And let's go in. Right. Landing gear down. That'll slow me down, and I'm going to max my shields just in case accidents happen. That's an NPC. Human pilots, they show up on the radar hollow. Oh no, so that was a human. Okay. Right, now I want to go in via this on the side with the green lights. And you sort of have to match the rotation of the spaceship. I'll probably get a lot quicker at docking in the future. For now, I'm still trying to get used to it. Let's go down a little bit. Once we're inside, the ship will automatically compensate. Look at this. And there's our target landing pad. Number 1, let's rotate ourselves over and come on in. Whoa, someone's doing something illegal and got blown up. Okay, let's get a little closer. Okay, so I can go forwards until we get that in line. Go sideways and down. Ooh! Okay, I went down a little bit quicker than I intended. Let's just go a little bit to the side. There we go.
Successful. Engines disengaged.
That's why you max out your shields before you try and dock. Ah, okay. Let's have a look at this place. Now, notice it's a hollow cylinder. That's because there's no artificial gravity in this universe. So if you want gravity on your space stations, you have to rotate them, like Babylon 5 does. So you end up with most places being these sort of, these hollow cylinders. Are those cars? Yeah, you can see cars. Look at that. there's a car going around there on those inner circles. Now, of course, this inner bit is a very low gravity environment, so you can dock ships, move cargo, and stuff like that relatively comfortably. But then the outer layers of this orbital have more normal level gravities. So I think what's flicking is these new contacts coming and going and so on. Excellent. So it's probably best to enter the hangar, because that way I think someone else can use this landing bay if they want to. You don't have to, but let's just get on down here. Okay, and I can look around in the hangar as well still. This is cool. There's like adverts for people. Zorgon Peterson. Core Dynamics. Saud Kruger. And there's Zorgon again. I love the detail on the inside of the ship. It's like that's some form of... Is that my lunch? That could be my lunch. There's some controls here which we don't know what they do. FRL, FRR, Auxiliary, ST... I don't know if these controls match up to anything. The Lacey KS-12 Micro. Oh, what's that say? Ship uplink established. Is that because I'm docked? Is that a fire extinguisher? I think it is. The design is just wonderful. Azabam orbital, no fire zone left, no fire zone entered. Okay, so I left the no fire zone of the orbital, but then the city I entered, and then docking request granted. I think someone just got blown up. We heard it, and then it said contact lost. Yes, I know my landing gear is deployed. It's because I'm landed.